Hello, YouTube, BookTube. This is Johnny. I thought I'd make a video. I think it's only been a couple of days, but I'm down here in the lower level by myself. Been writing on my diary. I'm on page 987 for the year 2021. We're coming to the end of September. I have to get my October 2021 paper diary ready. Yeah, tomorrow is the 25th. Yep, today is September the 24th, 2021. It is 9:06 at night. I'm down on the lower level, writing in my diary, reading. I got a book in the mail. This is my Friday Reads, and I've been reading this. When did I get this book? Let me see my diary. I've been reading this book pretty much. Let me see. I got this book on the 22nd of September. So I've been reading it the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. And this is what I've been reading primarily. And I don't think I've been reading anything else I can see in my diary. Like I told you, I've been getting off my paradoxidine, my antidepressants. As I said about my clarification, the last video, that I was taking half a dosage for 2 weeks, tapering off. And then I was going to, my plan was that during this time of getting back to my normal state, that I would be reading the Bible. I was reading the Psalms by Dionysius the Carthusian, and then I got this book in the mail. And this book is a good book to read for meditation, contemplation. It says here, this is written by a French mystic, Louis Chardon, and he lived from 1595 and to 1651. He died in the Black Plague. He was only 54 years old. Was a Dominican priest, mystic, and theologian, educated at the University of Paris. Chardon wrote 7 books, among which The Cross of Jesus is his masterpiece. Translated into French, he did the Dialogue of St. Catherine of Siena. So I've been reading this is translated, I don't know, was it translated? Edited with an introduction by Paul Jerome Keller. So I've been reading this because it's very, I can read it, I can read it and meditate and ponder and write notes in my diary. And so I've been reading this I'm reading it tomorrow and Sunday. I read it, today is Friday. I volunteered at the Book Nook, our local library used bookstore. So I read that. And I was reading also, I showed you this book on Christian asceticism by Anselm Schultz. So I was reading this up before I got this. So I was reading here on the life of prayer, really great chapter. And so I brought it down to finish that chapter. So these are my Friday reads. So I was at the Book Nook, and Carol and I, my wife, we covered for somebody yesterday, Thursday, and I saw a book at the Book Nook Thursday, and I put it aside. And this was the book. It was called The Splendid and the Vile, a saga of Churchill family and the defiance during the Blitz, the London Blitz, by Eric Larson. So I put this book aside to buy today. But yesterday when I got home from the Book Nook, I knew I had other books by Eric Larson, but I couldn't find them. But today, this afternoon, I found them. So as you all know, I put books together. So these are the three other books I had by Eric Larson. Thunderstruck, 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 Eric Larson tells the stories of two men, Hockley Chipin and a very unlikely murderer, and Guglielmo Marcelloni, the obsessive creator of seemingly supernatural means of communication whose lives intersect during one of the greatest crime chases of all time. And it goes on. You've seen his books, Thunderstruck by Eric Larson. What he's most famous for, I think, is The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson, National Book Award finalist. And I haven't read these, but I collect them. So I had this one, The Devil in the White City, and I had Thunderstruck. And he's also, this one, The Garden of the Beast, Love, Terror, and the American Family in Hitler's Berlin. So I found these today, and then so I can put them with this. So this is what I bought at the Book Nook, so I can put these with the other Eric Larson books, The Devil in the White City, Murder, Magic, and Madness in the Fair That Changed America. And then you had Thunderstruck, Los Angeles Times, A Ripping Yarn of Murder and Invention. And then The Garden of the Beast, Terror, Love, Terror, and American Family in Hitler's Berlin. So I can put these together. So my wife, I do the Book Nook from 10 to 1 on Fridays, and then Carol, my wife, comes in from 1 to 3. And before she came to the Book Nook, she did errands, and she stopped at Action House thrift store to drop stuff off that she had gathered, food and stuff to give to the poor. And she found these books at Action House, and she got them from me. She knows I'm into Emily Dickinson. I have a huge Emily Dickinson collection, and she found this one, Selected Poems and Letters of Emily Dickinson, edited by Robert N. Lenscott. I like this one because it has letters in the back that she wrote, and it says here, Selected Poems and Letters of Emily Dickinson, together with Thomas Wentworth Higginson's account of his correspondence with the poet and his visit to her in Amherst. So that was nice to find. So she found that for me for my Emily Dickinson collection. And then she found this novel by an Australian writer I never heard of, Murray Bale, Homesickness, a novel. It says in the back here, 13 men and women on a package tour travel the world, visiting museums, hotels, and shops. They are like tourists anywhere except wherever they go, Africa, England, South America, New York, or Russia. They find that nothing is as it seems. Challenged by unexpected propositions, differences, and subtleties of life and history, Bale's tourists are in turn repelled and attracted and altered. As the Nobel laureate Patrick White, which I collect, I have his novels up there, Patrick White's novels, another very well-known Australian writer, Patrick White. He says, put it, homesickness, which concerns a group of Australian tourists permanently traveling through the museums of their own obsessions, is the work of a visual writer with great understanding of sensual man. Sensual, like sensuous. It is surely one of the most distinctive and original Australian novels of recent times. So Carol got this for me at Action House. Homesickness by Murray Bale. New York Times Book Review, extravagant as potent. What's that word? I can't pronounce it. Anyway, so she got that for me. So I've been writing in my diary, readings about Christian asceticism. But primarily the last 3 days I've been reading this, The Cross of Jesus. So I've really been enjoying this. I was reading the chapter, I've been rereading on the love of Christ. So I've been reading that. So that's it, writing in my diary. Today, when I got home from the Book Nook, I got home around 1:20. This afternoon, I mowed the front lawn. It was a sunny day in the 60s, nice weather. So I'm down here tonight, writing in my diary, listening to classical music, guitar collection. These are on classical guitar. And now it's 9:17 at night. And I just thought I'd drop by. I don't got anything coming in the mail until October. We might go to Blue Stockings bookshop tomorrow, Carol and I. But it's if it rains, we're not. I don't like driving in rain, or snow, or fog, or things like that. Bad weather. So I hope you had a good week. I'm doing okay. I'm talking a lot more, which is surprising. I don't know why I'm talking so much lately. I'm just kind of rambling a lot lately. I don't know. So, yeah. So I hope you all had a good week. Have a good weekend. Good reading weekend. Writing in my diary. That's about it. So I'll just sign off. Once again, thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing. I have been enjoying lately listening to the music of Ryan Adams. I really am enjoying his music lately. I got all his CDs out tonight, and I was going to bring them down here, but I thought I would just spend this time before I go to bed praying and meditating and just winding down for the day. So once again, I hope you're all doing well. You're in my prayers. And until next time, bye.